Live at this moment. Dr. Swamy, thank you so much for joining us live here on Times Now. Your initial reaction to this particular tape, is it now more evident than ever before of the kind of political interference that was part of this entire so-called quote-unquote Hindu terror plot during the UPA 2 regime?
Well, of course, this is a case where there is a direct evidence of one of the participants, perhaps on narco-administered confession. But the fact is that the United States had gone to the UN based on data supplied by India. And at that time, we had an FIR, which was in Haryana, which had made no mention of any Hindu terror. And this Asit Kurbani, or whatever his name was, the Americans in their report to the United Nations mentioned it. And then the United Nations declared Lashkar-e-Toiba as a terrorist organization. Just after that, Mr. Rahul Gandhi told the American ambassador at a lunch at Manmohan Singh's house, I think a little just after, and said, no, the RSS and the Red Saffron terror is much more dangerous than the Lashkar-e-Toiba and Islamic terror. And then the process of investing Mr. Chidambaram to do the needful is now documented in that G.V. Mani's book.
Right.
And where he has given step by step how the affidavits were messed and doctored. So I think now the new government will come, which we are expecting will be BJP. They should now prosecute these people, mostly, in fact, those people responsible like Chidambaram and others should be actually tried as terrorists themselves, because they were trying to overhaul.
Well, that's a very strong observation there.
Of India by bringing this out.
Yes, that's a very strong observation there, Dr. Swamy. But my question to you is this, that, you know, obviously these kind of activities, these actions have strengthened the hand of Pakistan. Look at the statement that Pakistan has issued in the wake of the acquittal of Swami Asimanand by that trial court. I mean, not only has the hand of Pakistan been strengthened, but also the real culprits have gone free, Dr. Subramanian Swamy.
Well, to me, Pakistan is such an enfeebled state. It's a stooge state, it's a client state. We can knock them out anytime. Our planes went straight into their territory and came back, and they know very well that we have a capacity to finish them off. The issue is not strengthening Pakistan. The issue is that this kind of thing, there was a collaboration by the people in government. And this is, we have to set an example that never again such a thing should happen. And that is, in my opinion, the more frightening thing. That people in office, people in government, they could frame innocent people for such a crime as terrorism.
Right.
Where a terrorist attack takes place, the United Nations has certified it, and you turn it around and say no. All of them should be. Why only Chidambaram? Mr. Rahul Gandhi should be questioned too.
Sir, my only question for you, Dr. Subramanian Swamy, obviously any kind of politics when it comes to terror is absolutely reprehensible, whichever political party it may be. But my question to you, sir, is that what should happen from here on? Should there be a fresh investigation in this case? And would you, as a member of parliament of the BJP, at least recommend that to the government?
I would recommend tampering of evidence in a matter of terrorist attack. That's a very serious crime. I will even invoke, in my opinion, a crime against the state. 124 would be invoked in this. And I think that is more important. And then who did it and all that, those can be later on done. But right now, we should set an example, because those who did it were all Hindus.
Right.
Chidambaram is a Hindu. Mr. Rahul Gandhi claims to be a Hindu. So, therefore, we must set an example that never again such a thing will happen.
Absolutely. An example should be set. That's a strong word being used there by Dr. Subramanian Swamy. Thanks so much, Dr. Swamy.